What's going on, people? Welcome to Get Crazy by Lord Mortis. We're going to talk all kinds of stuff this week, from miniatures of all kinds and what I have on my work table to, frankly, just a ton of plastic stuff. But swords, my collection of swords, which I would love to share with you, and how to keep them if you do happen to have some, and how to maintain them in proper order as you store them. We're also going to take some time and explore my white dwarf collection. I have a ton of them. I love the old white dwarves. We'll go into the library and take a look at my collection of fantasy, and we'll talk to Lord Sauron here. He and I have a very good relationship. We talk all the time. Don't ask. Honestly, don't ask. First episode of Kit Crazy is going to be, guess what? Warhammer Underworlds, or as the boys like to call it, Warhammer Underpants. There's three versions of Warhammer Underpants, and that's Shadespire, Nightvolt, and Beast Grave. And so I went out and I started looking for what I have at the house. And the kits that I have are Zarbrag's Gits, Ytaris's Guardians. That's like their Sylvaneth. Then there's some Ogres, Rothgon's Man-Trappers. Also working on Rippa's Snarlfangs. These are pretty cool. And we're actually going to be building these later on. There's three models, and they're mounted goblins. And the last kit is the Skaven, Spikeclaw's Swarm. Again, these are pretty hot. I've built a few of them already. But these are the ones that we're going to build next. When you use plastic, well, my experience is that you want to put the glue on the female portion, the one that accepts the ones with the prongs, the half piece with the prongs. I also like to put the glue on the seams after they're glued and squeeze tight. All you need to do is squeeze for a few seconds. If you squeeze for a few seconds, the glue will start melting the two pieces, bonding it together. When you release, it fills in the seams, especially in parts where you're going to be able to see the model fairly clearly. That does a really beautiful job of filling in all of the seams so that you have no issues later on. Other than if it's on the top of a horse, for example, all you need to then do at that point is scrape the seam, and then it looks like a beautiful one-piece joint. You wouldn't even notice that that they were two pieces. When you're cutting a piece like this that has multiple small bits on the actual piece that you want to keep safe, you want to cut the piece that is holding the most tension first. In this case would be the helmet, because if you cut the wrong piece, sometimes, especially on something long like a spear, some of you might have experienced this before, it will snap. That tension will release and snap the plastic. These guys have done a great job of modeling these, of designing these models so that it doesn't happen. It's only happened once to me on one of these guys, and it was a minor cut. It wasn't a full snap of the piece. I was able to glue it back together fairly easily. Again, it's just, I think it's incredible. Their engineering of these models now has become really just an art. So it's impressive. Hats off to them. Female piece. The glue goes on the holes where the prongs are going to fit. Put a lot of glue on. Very generous with it. Because remember, if you squeeze it tight, it'll fill in any possible gaps, because the melted plastic will squeeze through the seams and out. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to take a picture later, but that is a perfect seam. Thing to be careful about with these guys, or with this glue in particular, is it is really, really strong. So it will melt the crap out of your models if you use too much. So just be careful. That's it. All three models done. Just a few minutes. They're beautiful. Just a little scraping, and the fit is so good. All you have to do, really, honestly, is just be careful with your glue. Make sure you don't get fingerprints on them. But other than that, they're ready to go. And I washed these prior